Hi everyone, so today I'm going to teach you a technique which will make you better than 95% of ChatGPT users out there. Let me show you what I mean. So if you look at this chart on my screen right now, this is a chart that I've configured to work as a front-end developer. It is literally configured to help me create a project which is a Netflix clone, and it's going to help me throughout it. So I gave it a very simple command. I wanted to help me build the whole project from scratch, and it has given me extremely crisp instructions of what I need to do and do exactly in those matters, even while taking the name of the project as the folder structure. That is super great because right now it's going to help me and I can literally work alongside it and don't need to prompt it multiple times that I need exactly this. But let's see what happens when I put the same instruction on a new chart and what are the responses like. Okay. Now, if you look at it, this is completely too much. It has just started giving me doing X, Y, and Z, and it does not even understand. It did not even ask me what am I actually trying to achieve. Do I have some experience? Do I need to know something or not? I'm going to help you become a ChatGPT expert by just learning this one technique. Let's get into it. It's called persona prompting, right? Persona prompting simply means where we convert a ChatGPT into a specific persona. Now, here we are trying to convert ChatGPT into a developer. You can use this to convert it into any particular thing. For example, sales agent, a marketing expert, or XYZ. I'm just going to give you an example of how we convert ChatGPT into a developer. Now, there are 4 things that we need to understand about persona prompting. First, we need to explain the persona. Second, we need to scope the persona out. Like, what is the persona going to be about? How much does it need to know? How much does it not need to know? Third, we are going to give it context. That's something that will literally take you 2 minutes and will save you hours of effort working with GPT. And finally, we'll give it compliance instructions. This is like a spin and very important thing that I add on all my prompts to make sure that I get exactly what I need from ChatGPT. Okay, let's get into it. Now, to create a persona prompt, first we'll start with defining the persona. Now, what do I mean by defining the persona? If you look at this, it's a very simple thing. You are going to act as a front-end developer. Now, you can replace this to become anything, designer, marketer, etc. It can literally be any of this. For our example, you are going to act as a front-end developer. Second, now front-end developer is a very wide field. People can use so many different languages to be a front-end developer. So now we're going to scope the persona out. We're going to tell it exactly what the persona means. A front-end developer who has 10 years of experience in working HTML, CSS, and ReactJS, and who have worked on applications like Netflix and YouTube. Now, giving that one line, this particular line of working on applications like Netflix and YouTube gives me an literally upper hand on any other prompt out there, because now it literally just takes out all the knowledge that it has about learning about building Netflix and YouTube from its database and puts that in front and uses that. Again, I'm not saying that it is how it works. I'm just saying we are going to make it work like that. So it knows about Netflix and YouTube more. And also now, because we are going to build applications like Netflix clone and a YouTube clone, you can use that. You can literally switch that with anything. For example, if you are working in sales, you can say you have worked in B2B sales for software, and that will work extremely well for your particular use case. Again, just an example. Third, the most important part is actually context. What are you going to do with that? Okay, that person is a front-end developer, but what are you doing with it? So here I go ahead and describe that how it's working on specifically, like we are working on an application like Netflix. We want it to scale to millions of users. And you also tell about yourself that I'm a developer with more than 3 years of experience. And you don't need to tell me everything that from scratch. I have coding experience. I can just work on it. Just help me get there. It's very important to understand so that it's not treating you as a beginner. And that means a lot, because when it starts treating you as a beginner, a lot of people get frustrated because they have to keep telling ChatGPT, like, I don't need this. I just need the code X, Y, Z. This 2 lines of adding context about yourself and not only about the task helps you a lot. And finally, like the best thing out of all of this is to have a compliance notice. And I put these under 2 tags. If you see strict and strict, this is like just something that OpenAI told people to do to follow instructions properly. So you can just write what you wanted to use and what you not wanted to use. For example, you can say like, don't use any additional frameworks. If you're using anything else, you can say like, don't use a particular style of branding, etc., etc., etc. Whatever you want to do, you can describe it and work on this. It's just 4 steps of creating a persona, and it does not take more than 5 to 10 minutes on any task. So if you're starting a task with GPT, just takes 5 minutes to write these things down, explain the persona, scope it out, and give it context and compliance instructions. It's super simple to remember. I'm pretty sure we can make a mnemonic out of it. And if you're someone who wants to learn more about AI and also learn more about AI with me, follow me, and I will love to see you in the next one.